مسافة Hullin Daf عمود ألف 16 lines down. مرة هنا مرة بس محلوق الشحات شنو شليش دمشنا هر محلوق بتين ربي حخمين من ربي السبع يودا about the slicing of the great the cricoid cartilage or the great ring. So محلوق over here he's saying Ravuna is saying the محلوق only applies where he cut through two-thirds within the limit the higrim shalish and then the last third he went above the ring. The Rebbe Sabri Hachami hold Kula Shechita Inan Bitbat of the entire Shahita has to be there. If you say Bidav Savar, we both it's kasher because as long as you got majority, it's okay. But if he first cut one third beyond the list spot and then the two-thirds within the spot, David Hakop's level agrees pasul. The Chinafka Hayuta because halacha is once the animal starts to die, the life starts to die, the animal, the Inan Rubav Shita has to be majority done. Like, and that's over here doesn't apply. Because he didn't do two-thirds. عمل هو حاز ده أدرى بالopposite لما مرة بيخا ده you should say the opposite ما حلوك الجاجري مش ليش ليش شحات شنش ليش ما حلوك would be where he first cut a third beyond and then you cut the remaining two-thirds within تبي just تبي ده سفار بيس بيدو رود ميدي ده هذا أخذتي كان بقوم same thing as if you did if the half the trachea was already damaged. Just like that would be kasher. So it's over because you're just expanding the limit. But Amram Hachmim would say no. Hatam makom shaita over there you're actually slotted in the right place. But over here it's not. But in the case shahat shnesh shlish v'higrim shlish if you did two-thirds within and went there beyond, they would everybody would agree. Say it's kasher. That time because Mishnah said rubo shechal kmo the greater part. You cut the majority of the trachea or esophagus. It's like as if you cut the whole thing. I'm gonna use that for Rebbe said that Rebbe Chizda. Ma neiman lan dahau ruba dahatan. Why are you bringing that case of majority? Lav Rabbi Yosef Rida, Ktanle, who's taught Rabbi Yosef Rida, but Dilma Rabbi Yosef Rida, Ktanle, Rabbi was him, and not Hachamim. So you can't bring a proof from there. Where it says the Marle Bayeh, Atuk, Rubida Alma, the Rabbi Yosef Rida, Ktanle, just because it's Rov does not mean it has to be like him. Amarle says, who says, Ana Rubida Shita, I mean, I'm talking about Rov of Shechita cases, the Shamin no Pligim, we know that they argue about that, and therefore it could be him. That was one version of the story. ليش احنا عملنا that different version how this محلوكة went down. مرة هنا مرة قاسة محلوكة شاكريم سليش والشحات بنين سليش. محلوكة would be where they cut a third beyond and then two-thirds within. The rest of the savar midi dava hasi kana bagum. The rest of it kasher because it's the same case as a half damaged trachea. But we're not hamu say no. Hatta makum shahida over there. Shahida hachalab over here is not. Avasha hat shnesh slish v'grim slish you did two-thirds within and one-third beyond. David akok kasher b'grim kasher da tanan because Mishnah says grubo shahad kamo etzarov. Maskita Rav Hizar has a question. Maybe who says that over there is Rav is according to everybody. Lav Karis Libidai. Maybe it's Tanna. The Mar Basibida. Maybe it's only him and not Hachamim. The Gemara says Amar Li Aves Tabatu Kor Bada Amar Rabbi Yosef Bida. Why would you assume that all Rav cases are according to him? And same as before. Amar Le Ana Rav Bada Shita Kamina. I'm talking about Rav in Hilchot of Shahita. The Shemin Ribligi. We know that's it. Hegrim Shlish, now another case. If you cut a third of the trachea beyond the right area, Veshach Shlish, then you cut a third within, Vehegrim Shlish, then you cut a third again beyond. Rav Huna Mar Rav Keshra he holds kasher, Rav Ida Mar Rav Terefat Pasu. Rav Huna Mar Rav Kasher, why does he hold kasher? Dina Fahane, he was when because when it died, Beshita Kanapka, when that second third he was slaughtering in the right spot. And that's when it started to die in Shahita. Rav Ida Mar Rav Terefa, Vinan Rubashita Vedaka, Rav Ida is Terefa, because while the majority was not slaughtered correctly. Shahat Shlish, if you slid a third within, Vigrim Shish then beyond, Vishahat Shlish then third, the last third within, Revida Mar Rav Keshrai Hos Kasher, Atu Shlai Ravuna, they asked Ravuna, Amar Lahu, he told them, Terefas Pasul. Shamar Ravida Ikpid, Ravida heard that, and he said, he got upset. Amar, he said, Terefina Machsher. Whenever I say he's not kosher, he says kosher. Machshir, when I say it's kosher, he says not kosher. Like, why is he seemingly purposely arguing against me? Ravuna Shapir come if he's right. Ravuna says, you're right. You should be annoyed. Hada iu shemilera mined Rav. First I heard the halacha from Rav. Va'ana the shemili, and I didn't hear it from Rav. I did my explanation. I did my own explanation. Ve'od ha'ika ruba d'shchita, because most of the trachea slaughtered through shechita, and therefore that's why it should be kasher. He retracted. Amar Rav Hizda lo tehdebach. He says, whoa, don't retract so quickly. If that's the case, misav tela lekamaita, you'll lose the first halacha that you mentioned, where you said, um, if it was a third outside, second inside, and third outside, that would also be lost. Why? Because why do you say it's kosher over there? Because when it died, it died while slaughtering correctly. And the inside, second, third. Hachanami is over here. When it died, it was slaughtering beyond the right spot. And therefore, you're correct in your initial assessment that it should be pasul. Okay. Ikut Rabbi Nachman the Surah. Rabbi Nachman went to Surah. Ba'amina, they asked him. Shahat shlish v'egrim shish v'shachat shlish. Same question. The third in, third out, third in. What's that? Amar lahu, he said to them, Lav hanu to Rabbi Elazar ben Yemi. Isn't that what he said? The Amar Rabbi Elazar ben Yemi. Shahita, she said, was when I'm sure that he says that it's shahita that's like jagged. It's kasher. The Gemara says, "B'dilma b'mekom shahita." So maybe it's jagged only if it's kasher within the limits. Who says over here it would be if it's when it went one third out. Gemara says, "B'mekom shahita ma'al lemuna." If it's within this slaughter site, then of course there's no chidush. Gemara says, "No, ma'adu zeh ma b'yin shahita m'furat l'deka." Maybe I think you might need a clean cut. And over here is not a clean cut. Come on, therefore you will be saying in that case it's kasher, and therefore as well you could say that as well. Okay. اسمه but يتيب راب أبا بحرية رب كهانة راب وسيم راب كهانة يتيب رب كهانة كمية رب هدا أنا رب كهانة وسيم عن front of رب هدا يتيب كمان he said and he asked شحاش should be slaughtered a third within بيجي مش يشتني one beyond one third مش حاش يشتني one back one third in ما هو تلخا ما لا شيء كشرت كشرت هيجي مش يشتني what about this case third out مش حاش يشتني third in بيجي مش يشتني third out ما وثاقها ما ليس شيء بصلا بسو شحاب منكم لك what if you cut through a hole in the trachea ما وثاقها ما ليس هذا مش شيء كشيء next question شحار بقى هناك بس you cut and you reach the hole ما وثاقها ما ليس هذا بصلا بسو. Now the question is the last case. Hazar al Abba Amara committed al he repeated this. Hazar al Abba Amara committed al he repeated Yochanan. Amar Lai said to Maishna, what's the difference if you cut through the hole or you reach a hole? Why is this cutting through a hole kasher and reaching a hole pasul? Malay said Shahad Mkumnek, if he's cutting through the hole, Nasik Kimi Shahad over Kavim Vigamariza. As if the goy slaughtered partially and the Jew finished it off, which is kasher. Shahad Bawanek, if you cut and reach the hole, Nasik the opposite. Kimi Shahad Yisrael Vigamar Him Zivi, the Jew cut and the goy finished it, that's pasul. Karialeh, he said, wow, Oved Kochavim, Oved Kochavim. He said, goy, goy. He was not calling him a goy. He's like, just because you're calling a goy, it does not help the situation. It's not a good comparison. Why? Amar Bala, Shapir Karialeh, Oved Kochavim. It's good that he answered him with that. Because it makes sense. In the first case, where the Jew cut to the goy and the goy finished it as pasul, Midahavele Israel Mishrat Huruba, because the Jew needed to slaughter most. That's why he didn't do it. You know, he never wanted to die. That's why the guy finished off. That's why the rov. That's why it's pasul. Al in the case where it's torn, maybe let's see. He slaughtered most. What's the difference if he cut through the hole or up to the hole? Okay. Ashahim tzedin, someone slaughtered shahita from the side of the neck. Shatok kasher kasher. Amalek min tzedin, someone does milika from the side of the neck. Milikato pisula. Milika is pasul. Milika is when the Kohen used to slaughter a bird. They used to use their finger to crack the neck through the back of the nape of the neck. So it has to be from the back and not from the side. Hashem and if someone does shahita from the back, which where milika is done, shahita pasul pasul. Amalek min if you do milika from the arif, that's where it's supposed to be done. It's kasher. Hashem Zavar from the shahita from the throat, Shaitak Kashat, that's what you're supposed to do. I'm Lebin Zavar with the Milika from the throat, which is the opposite side. Milka Baslat Pasul. Shekol Aref Kashat Milika, anywhere in the Aref, the neck is Kashat from Milika, Vachal Zavar Kashat the throat is Kashat for Shahita. Namesaka Kashat Milika, Pasul Milika, Kashat Milika, Pasul Shahita. You see from here that whatever is Kashat for Shahita is Pasul for Milika, and whatever is Kashat for Milika is Pasul for Shahita. My Araf was considered the Araf. Ilan Araf, when she wants to the back of the head. My Shahid, what's the difference if you slaughtered there? I feel like Nami, even the Melikaz there is Pasul. Mimul or Amar because it's from the back of the neck, or not the actual back of the head. So my Araf was the Araf. Mimul Araf from the back of the neck. Tirtani the Tzeva, like the Mishnah says, call Araf because the entire Araf. Yeah, I mean, how you know this from? Remember, Ramadan says Mimul or from the mul of the orif. Mul haro'et ha'orif. This refers to the orif that which views the mul means viewing the orif. V'chein Omar also says ve'hu yoshev mimuli. He sits within view. Ve'omer says ki punu alei orif lo panim. Also says they turn their head toward me and not their face. Maybe you want to. So why is it bringing two pesukim? Because maybe the first pasuk is a problem. The orif maybe you don't know where the orif is. To know where we're looking from. Tashmani for Brunel Basu, ki panu ale orif lo panim mechad orif la panim must be that the orif is opposite the face. Okay, I'm ready to here. Mitzvah milika. Mahazir smanin la'ahari orif from you first move the pipes from back to the back of the head, and then you do milika. You put your hand on the front of the throat to push the pipes backward, then you do milika. You can have a different version. Af masir. You can even do it when it's moved back. But you can have a different version. Mahzir udavki only has to be moved back. Mustabik when the mar af mahzir makes sense. Can you say that you could do even when it's moved back? Yani both kosher. If it's whether or not it's moved back, my nosram. You can't be right. Mishnah says Hashayim in order of sheitok kasla. Someone slaughters from the nape, the back of the neck. it's pasul. Hamolek min araf pnei kasher b'b'tum melika, it's kasher. Is it atach machzir b'tumya davka? If you want to think that only if you move it back it's kosher, ma'ir molek, why if the main mention melika? Afisho hinami, even if you slaughter from there is bad. Allah shminami daf machzir must be case even if you move the pipes back. Matin tin blow hadar in our shasam case, we're not moving back, and that's why it would be pasul. Amar b'yanai yikablu harovin teshuvatan. May these young kids, Rabbi Yahya's sons who said this opinion previously, should accept my disproof. The Ketani Mishnah says, "Nimsa kasher b'shita pasul milika, kasher milika pasul shita." Right? Whatever's kasher for milika is pasul for shechita, and whatever's kasher for shechita is pasul for milika. Mautim, what does that exclude? Mautim, zero simony la harei must be told on a case that in excluding a case if you move the pipes back to the back of the neck, it's pasul. It must be milika, not kasher. Marabara Barhanano. Lumauti Shen Visibor teach you you can't do shahita with a tooth or fingernail. The Gemara says Shen Visibor Hedek. I mean, Mishnah says you're allowed to do it. Clearly, Mishnah says it's not allowed. Sorry. Ela Lamar Beimia, Lemauti Molech Mavi, someone case Milika, you can't move your nail back and forth. Hani Hamanamar Molech Mavi Milika Vadu, that makes sense. According to says that you can't do that. Amandamar Kasher, but according to says it is Kasher. My claim, how would he explain this? No problem. The Rabbi Yahya's sons who are talking actually hold that going back and forth pasul, and that's how it fits.